Welcome back. We here with another episode of Facts and Stats. I'm with my co-host Ev. We got some basketball talk for y'all. Game 2 of the NBA Finals just concluded yesterday. Phoenix taking the lead 2-0. Um we just going to get right into it. Quick little episode for y'all. Before we get into it though, remember to like, comment, and subscribe and tell a friend to tell a friend. Follow us on all platforms, and let's get into it. As most of you may know, the series is now 2-0. Bucks starting to look like they're in a little bit of trouble. We have seen them in this position before, down 2-0 in the series against Brooklyn. Um, but the way it's looking, I'm not too sure if they're gonna end up with the same end result. So we just gonna start off. Ev, give me some thoughts. Just your thoughts and reflections on game two.
Specifically on game two, um, man, it was tough. It was really tough. One thing I noted or took away from game two, Jrue Holiday started off shooting like he had like 11 shot attempts in the first quarter alone, or
Mm-hmm.
11 shot attempts. So he was coming out aggressive, but he was still the same Jrue Holiday that showed to be in game one and pretty much all playoffs for besides the two games that Giannis didn't play against Atlanta. Those are just games of the playoffs. Other than that, he hasn't been looking too good. My bad. He hasn't been looking too good. They showed a statistic comparing Eric Bledsoe and Jrue in a Bucks uniform last year playoffs to this year playoffs, and it's literally the same thing: field goal percentage and 3-point percent.
Oh wow.
Man, Middleton had to play better. Jrue had to play better, and just the whole team in general had to play better. You can't let Greek go out and score 42 points, and neither one of y'all dropped 20 alongside of him. So I basically agree with you. I don't think it's going to be nothing like their comeback that they did on the Nets, because one, Kyrie went down, and two, Harden wasn't there since game one. This Phoenix team is totally different, and they got a complete 5 to 7 players that they trust, that they love to rotate in and out, and they move the ball well. Bridges had 27 last night. Booker went off for 30 plus. Chris Paul, Aiden didn't have his best game, but he still had a good game. Jay Crowder, Cam Johnson. The Phoenix seems a little too much for Milwaukee. I just don't see Milwaukee making it past 5. That's my personal thoughts. Them getting past 5 on that.
Hey, I can't even really blame you for not even thinking they could get past 5. I'm hoping they get past 5 just so we could see a better series.
Right.
My takeaways is basically the same. The Bucks just got to be better. Khris Middleton and Jrue Holiday combined for 28 points, while on the other side, Mikal Bridges, who isn't even like Phoenix's top guy, having
Right.
27 himself. That's just inexcusable. Giannis did really all we could ask for. 42 points. I don't remember the other stats, but he had double-digit rebounds and like a few assists, like 3 blocks and a steal. He just put on a clinic, and it's crazy how Giannis played 40 minutes, but when he got out for that little bit, I think it was the third quarter when he was like
Yeah.
stretching his ankle out or whatever. The Bucks immediately gave up
Yeah.
5 points as soon as they was able to cut it to 5.
Yeah.
There were a lot of like defensive issues. I don't want to say issues, but weaknesses that were exploited by the Phoenix Suns. You could see, Bud and the coaching staff, they threw different type of defenses and coverages at them, but each one they threw at them, Phoenix was able to find a weakness.
Right.
And then another thing, the Phoenix Suns hit 23s, which is the second most in finals history.
Second to the Warriors.
Actually, no, second to the Cavs
Oh shit.
in 2017. Remember that one game,
Uh.
the one game that they didn't lose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's actually tied. The 20 is tied with the Warriors, actually. So, yeah, 20. Go ahead.
You were just on the defensive. You were just on the defensive side of the ball, and one thing I can't say they did what I said they needed to do. They was fighting over the screens. They were trying to hedge a little bit. But like you said yesterday on Instagram Live, just Chris Paul and Devin Booker IQ and like their thought process all is just too much. Again, he led the way distributing the rock. They both had over 5 assists again. Devin Booker with 6, Chris Paul with 8. And the biggest thing is where I think Milwaukee is struggling at, or just basically going to lose in the series because they don't have not one person that can track Chris Paul or Booker. It's not Jrue Holiday, not Middleton, not Tucker. It doesn't matter who it is. They can't check either one of them straight up. So what Milwaukee is constantly doing is every time Chris Paul and Devin Booker penetrates, they're helping off. Every time they're helping off, Chris Paul and Booker is making that right play every single time. Bridges had like 3 or 4 threes in the corner alone.
Yeah.
Crowder all around the paint, all around as well. It's just too much. Devin Booker sparked them for 7 threes, and then Chris Paul hit 3 threes again. So, I mean, they made the proper adjustments fighting over the screens, and Jrue Holiday did play good defense, but sometimes the press that he was doing, picking up prior to half court was just a little bit too much for them. Because I just let Chris Paul and Devin Booker get a wrong way.
Yeah, I think like a lot of what happened was just Chris Paul and Devin Booker being able to make the right basketball plays, and Milwaukee just getting caught lacking. All the focus is on whichever one of them two got the ball, whether it's Chris Paul or Devin Booker, and they're literally leaving guys wide open. It was multiple people that had multiple 3-point makes, which you can't really give those up because this is a very good shooting team, very good shooting team. And they take advantage of the opportunities on offense. That's kind of like what I like most about them is like they don't seem like they waste possessions. But I don't know, man. I don't know what Milwaukee gonna do. I think the defense they played was actually good.
Yeah,
I just think that they need to take some of the focus off of Devin Booker and Chris Paul and limit those open threes.
Other guys, exactly.
Yeah, because you're not really gonna stop them.
Yeah,
you're not gonna stop Devin Booker from getting to his 25. You're not gonna stop Chris Paul from just always making the right basketball play. So I just think they need to just limit all the other stuff that they gave up.
No, I completely agree with you. Honestly, I don't know what Milwaukee can do to even like turn this series around. Like Giannis literally just had the best game possible that he can have. They limited Bobby minutes. Forbes is not playing anymore for real. Shit.
They gotta make shots, man. I think that's just what it comes down to because the game was always manageable until the very end, and that's with your second and third guys only combining for 28 with terrible field goal percentages.
Yeah, 12 for 37 to go along with it.
Like they won the turnover battle. They won the offensive. They won the offensive rebound battle, but they just couldn't make no shots. Chris Middleton couldn't give you nothing. Jrue Holiday couldn't give you nothing, and just 3 for 11. I think at one point in the first quarter he was like 3 for 11. Cause I definitely remember looking at that.
He was.
I'm like, bro, this dude got 11 shots already, and it's the first quarter, and he ain't making nothing. I don't even know. I don't really know like how. I don't really know what Jrue Holiday and Chris Middleton. I don't even know why they missing like that. I mean, it seems like they settle for a lot of like threes and just like overall just contested shots.
Right. Me personally, I feel like even if it was Brooklyn or like say for example Brooklyn got past Milwaukee and Brooklyn got past Atlanta, I think Brooklyn would have gave. I mean, I think Phoenix would have gave Brooklyn a run too. I just think that this year just feel like it's destined for Phoenix to, like, although they beat Anthony Davis going down. I don't know if they could have put that series out. AD didn't go down because it was up to 1, but I mean they beat AD going down. I don't like that people was trying to say they beat hurt Lakers, hurt Nuggets, hurt Clippers, and literally the Nuggets beat the Blazers with that same exact roster. So like, if Jokic can beat Dame and CJ and Nurkic and whoever else, although the Blazers are not the same team compared to the Suns due to the defensive side of the ball, there's no excuses. But they sweep the Nuggets, and then they go on to play the Clippers, who just beat the Jazz, who's a good team without Kawhi. So it's like at some point you just gotta get the Suns credit. So I think they would have gave Brooklyn a good run too. I'm not saying they would have beat Brooklyn.
I agree.
Yeah, I think they would have gave Brooklyn a good run too, regardless. So shit. Hats off to Chris Paul, like LeBron D. said, he got 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see Devin Booker hold that trophy up. Get all the respect that he deserved.
Yeah.
And shit, they just keep going. I'm looking forward to next season already. For to be honest with you.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that point. I don't like it neither. I never really been a fan of like that whole asterisk thing. Like, yeah, they did. They were the healthiest team. They did beat teams that, you know, had significant injuries, but at the same time, if you just look at the level of play, it's not like that. It's not like they're barely edging out these teams. And they making the most of their opportunity.
Right.
You know, that the first series, the Lakers series, they could have easily lost that. You know, they had moments to where they get hit in the mouth, but you know, they buckle down. You don't see them really blow leads. You don't see them just really give games away. And at the end of the day, like, this is a very good basketball team. Very good coach in Monty Williams. Top 5 PG all time, Chris Paul. Up and coming superstar Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton doing his thing. Mikal Bridges becoming like one of the top defensive guys in the game. You know, top defensive wings in the game is looking like. You know, you gotta give them their respect. And it's been injuries throughout the whole league. They just happen to be the healthiest team. And really, every playoff run, every championship run, there's injury somewhere, and there's luck somewhere at some point. You ask anybody, you know, you look at anybody and ask them what goes down in a championship run, and most of them will say that luck does play an effect. So,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. It's not like this is a bad basketball team or anything. Like, this, you could really argue that like this team would be fighting, you know, would make it this far, like no matter what. It's really no way to know, because they're playing great basketball at the end of the day.
No, I completely agree. That, you know, that's why I said I'm already looking forward to next season. Like I said, I don't think it goes past 5. But now, like, yeah, this run was impressive. But now, what you going to do when, you know, next season roll back around? Are y'all going to dominate again throughout the regular season and make the deep season run again with the Warriors? Clippers Kawhi resign, Nuggets Jamal Murray back, AD LeBron again, and whoever else they add. I know they're going to add something. It's LeBron James. It's so, you know, like, what you going to do when all them teams, like, are you going to show that you elite for real? You know, not saying they not, but basically just, are you going to show that you can do it again? Simple. You know, can you make the Western Conference Finals again? Can you make the finals again? So I'm looking forward to seeing with Chris Paul and Devin Booker and Ayton all coming back next year being better, assuming that Chris Paul resigns.
Yeah, I was just about to ask. Yeah. Do you think Chris Paul will be back?
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be completely real. If he wins the championship, me personally, I would go to LA. I wouldn't want to see him in. I don't think him and LeBron will. I mean, you know, LeBron's not playing point guard, but I think, why not? They're best friends. LeBron played with D Wade. Why not play with Chris Paul too? They were supposed to all 4 play together. They agreed that one day they're gonna play together, but D Wade retired early. Yeah. And then contract situations messed that all up. But why not? You know, like, you know, Chris Paul and knowing the great run that this team did for him, not only bringing him his first championship, but his deepest postseason run as well. I can't see him leaving at all. You know, he said he literally came there for Devin Booker and Monty, and he helped Ayton game tremendously. He's not going to at all. He's just going to probably do 2 more years in the league if they make another finals run. They do, but if they don't, he got his ring. He'll be good.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a funny situation, because if you're Chris Paul, it's like, how much money do you demand?
Right. Exactly. As far as what you think? Now, you think he gonna go crazy with it, or he gonna be on some chill shit? Like,
to me,
they gonna give it to him. Yeah.
To me, I think I don't know. See, I don't know. It's hard, because like, on one end you could look at it, another team could just swoop in and offer him something like something more than what Phoenix.
But you know, go ahead. But more than what Phoenix what?
More than Phoenix can offer him, or willing to offer him, because you gotta remember, at the end of the day, he's 36, I think, right?
Yeah, he's 36.
So let's say a team like a bottom of the barrel team like Detroit,
He not
or
chasing the money for Detroit, bro.
I mean I don't
He
know.
not. Chris Paul
Cade
not
about to
doing
be
it.
over
Come on.
there.
Chris Paul not doing it. He's trying to win. Chris Paul's trying to win. He's not. Okay, see, already was his down season with them young guys. He's not doing another team like that no more.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But now, another thing I wanted to add on. That's what I like about free agency, because although people still leave teams regardless, no team that you're already on can offer you more money than the current team that you're already on.
Yeah.
You know, that current team you're already on can always offer an extra year and more money, like 30 more million than what another team can offer you. I'm trying to give you an example. Shit. Damn, I can't even. Y'all signed AD as a free agent, right? No, that was a trade.
Nah, we traded Giannis. Well, Giannis. You use Giannis as an example. Giannis is an example. He just signed his extension.
Yeah, exactly. Giannis is an example. Miami couldn't give Giannis what Milwaukee gave him, regardless. Like any free agent, anybody that's on the team and they go through free agency, the team that was they already on can give them more money than what anybody else in free agency can do. So it's not gonna be an issue at all. It's just more, and I know damn well he's not going to no bottom of the barrel team to finish out his career.
What about middle? What about middle of the pack?
He gotta like them. He gotta be somebody that's gonna like he said with Devin Booker. He said, "I literally came here for Booker and Monty." He gotta be somebody that's in the same situation like that, like somebody that he can take the game to the next level, and a team that he know they can take the team to the next level. And I don't think too many teams like that right now.
I don't know. I think it's some teams that could use a Chris Paul. Like, what if all right, let's not say
Chicago. That's the same situation as Phoenix. You got Levine and Vucevic, you got Booker and Ayton. Boom, he go there, boom. You know, what else?
You got shit. I don't know where he go to the Mavs. Where he mess around go to the Mavs with your boy Luka.
I would like that.
Slide Luka to the 2.
Yeah, I would definitely like that, because Luka don't need the ball as much as Luka be having the ball, to be honest with you. But he's so dominant with it.
Or he could go. He mess around, go to New York.
New York, yeah. I was just about to say that's the only other team that I can see as a realistic option. Knicks. It's literally all I can see is the Knicks or Chicago. But other than that, nah.
Yeah, if I had to name 3, I would say Knicks, Chicago, and Clippers. Just off the top of my head, I don't even know if they even have the money.
Yeah, they don't. But that would be good though. They can probably maneuver some things around, and that'd be an amazing way to end your career. Go back to LA. Which he said that's always gonna have a place in his heart after they beat him. You know, he said he always gonna love the city. That'd be a great thing to do, Chris Paul. But I think he embracing Phoenix. You know, I think he loved what he got going on in Phoenix. At the end of the day, they brought him for a championship, assuming they do close out the series. But you know, what's better than that? I don't think it's gonna be like a Kawhi type of situation. You get a ring in Toronto, then boom, you gone.
Yeah, Kawhi is a weird person.
Yeah, Kawhi just different. You know, because in reality, his dumb ass should have stayed. But I mean,
hey, nah, you know, for real.
Like, in reality, he should have stayed. He probably would have won another championship here in Toronto.
He could have.
Yeah, he definitely would have won another championship. Lowry, Fred, Siakam, Kawhi, and they got OG who's emerging, like who just emerged this season as a hell of a player. Like, wasn't thinking.
I don't know, man. But for this last few minutes before we close out, I know you already think the series going in 5, but you think we gonna see anything different at all in Game 3?
Nope. You know, I'll tell you the biggest difference is going to be in Game 3.
What?
Milwaukee's crowd. That's it. It's going to be Milwaukee crowd. I got Phoenix going up 3-0.
No free throw counter this time.
Yeah, no free throw counter. That's going to help him. You know what's crazy? Because he is shooting them quicker now.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that's going. No free throw counter, and obviously it's affecting his game. He said like obviously I hear 20,000 people saying it. I think the only thing that's going to change is literally the Milwaukee's having a crowd on their side now. Other than that, me personally, I think Phoenix goes up 3-0, and if Milwaukee doing the game, it's going to be Game 4.
Yeah, I think I don't know, man. I'm gonna say that Milwaukee comes out and defends home court, which will start by them winning Game 3. I hope they win Game 3, because that'd be kind of just an anticlimactic way to end the season.
Right.
But I think they can get it done. I think they just need to clean up clean up them open looks that they giving up, not help as hard as they helping, and then for the road team, the shot making is where shot making really like differs home and away when it comes to role players. So I don't think we see another lights out shooting game from Phoenix. If they clean up the defense, I'm pretty sure they're in the film room right now looking at it, because it's so many plays to where Devin Booker or somebody else just did one little screen option and then they miscommunicate on defense and then somebody be wide open. So they clean those up. Khris Middleton and Jrue Holiday do better. Giannis still does Giannis thing. I think they could take game 3.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Milwaukee is not a bad team to me. It's just that they're playing a better team. Like, they're literally all of it. They're playing a better team. They probably would have beat anybody else. For sure. Like, even if Kawhi and PG was there, Milwaukee probably could still beat that Clippers team. But shit, it's just like you said, you spot on. You said everything perfect. Like, I think game 2 they made all the proper adjustments on the defensive side of the ball. But like, all they have to do now is just stay home a little bit more. Like, not let them threes fly. Stay home a little bit. That's literally all they got to do now. So we'll see how they play. They got the crowd on their side. I think it goes 3-0, but I would love to see them win game 3 because, like you said, I don't want the season to go out like that. 3-0, we all know what that will happen when it's 3-0.
Right.
The shit is over with. And we haven't seen a team come back in the finals from a 2-0 since Cleveland did it in 2016. So only 4 teams did it, come back from 2-0 in the finals. So it's not looking too good for Milwaukee already. But man, I hope they take game 3. But me personally, I think Chris Paul will never come out again. Same intensity, same energy, and they set the tone. And they know they got to put that stamp on that game to go up 3-0.
Yeah, that can easily happen. Two, like, that whole team could easily come out, and then the messages be like, we could really end the series right here. So I don't know, man. I guess we just gonna have to see.
For sure. Well, look, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up. We're gonna be back after game 3 or game 4 to talk more NBA playoffs with y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Me and Q personally have our own Twitter handles there on the screen. And then follow Facts and Stats _ on Twitter and Instagram. And you can also listen to this podcast on the Anchor app and also the Apple Podcasting app.
And also that Instagram, we be live up there sometimes. So make sure y'all check that out.
For sure. We out.